Hey guys, if you guys need your 12-0s, domination, evos, any sorts of online or offline grinding, be sure to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. The link to his Twitter will be in the description down below. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2K, and today, man, I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on basically the best coaches you can use in NBA 2K21 Myteam. If you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and leave a like on it. Would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, I actually want to know, and I am pretty curious actually to know what coach you guys have been using. So, if you guys don't mind, be sure to comment down below what coach you have been using up until this point. We're about 2 weeks into 2K21, and yeah, like I said, I'm pretty curious to know who you guys have been using, so be sure to drop that down below. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, getting into this, what I'm going to say right away is for some reason this year, coaches are beyond expensive. Like, there are a lot of coaches that go for a big amount right now. So if you guys are seeing this video and it is a couple months down the line, I'm currently recording this September 19th. If you guys are seeing this down the line, obviously prices are going to be different. The game will be different. This is kind of the same thing that happened last year. However, the prices of these coaches have been super inflated. And I don't know why. I guess they're just not in packs that much. But, yeah. So, I'm going to start off with talking about Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel is my coach that I actually do use. Now, the reason why, as you guys can see right there, he's going for about 10K MT. And I'm going to kind of show you guys really quick. So, he is a perimeter-centric coach, and that is what fits my playstyle best this year. I am a defensive-minded player, and I still do center my playstyle around defense. However, running a perimeter-centric coach, I think, is the best option this year, at least as of right now. Reason why is you guys can see that it boosts ball handling, 3, mid-range, perimeter defense, driving dunk, and defensive rebound. Now, that is going to be the same thing for most of these guys. I think it doesn't really change up anything on any of them. It just kind of gives them all the same sort of stuff. Some of them, obviously, it gives, all of them to. Some of them, it gives a little bit less to. But the point is, it is 6 different stats that it gives +3 to. Now, that is 10K MT right there. Obviously, the diamond coaches are going to be giving you a bigger boost. Like, I think they give you +5 or +4 for amethyst coaches. But as a ruby coach, like I said, 10K MT +3. That is definitely what has been working out for me. The reason why, again, I like this so much is for a guy like Jordan, okay? Jordan starts out with, let's see. He starts out with a 69 3 ball, which is pretty bad, obviously, but it's decent, at least for 2 weeks into the game. But you guys can see, it gives it a +3, so already it's going to a 72, and if I really wanted to throw a three-point shoe on him, I could get him a high enough 3 ball to actually be decent with. Now, the way Unlimited is right now as well, as long as you have, I think, like a 70+, I would say, people can green shots very easily, and that's where Jordan kind of gets that boost from perimeter-centric to be able to green those corner threes. You guys have seen on stream and stuff like that. I've actually knocked down a pretty decent amount of threes with Jordan, so, I mean, it definitely kind of works out for him. Ball handling, mid-range shot, driving dunk, defensive rebounding, those are all the things that obviously are very good as well. Now, there is something that... Okay, so it's perimeter defense that he doesn't get. I was going to say, there's something that Nate gets that Jordan doesn't get, and I was just trying to figure that out. But, again, you guys can kind of see it. It gives you a good enough boost, and it really is the difference maker on being able to make threes versus not. So, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about some other coaches that I think are worth it and ones that are good, but they're not really worth picking up. The next coach we're going to be talking about is going to be Ruby Mike Malone. Now, Mike Malone is very good as well. His system is pace and space, and it's going to give you a lot of boosts to similar stuff, aside from, I think, perimeter defense and stuff like that. But it'll give you boosts to maybe stuff like, your standing dunk or maybe your close shot, something like that, driving layup, whatever it is. But it does give you a lot more offensive boosts. And you guys can see the positives: increase 3-point opportunities, spreads opposition defense. The negative, sacrifice strength and height, not ideal for isolation players. So, again, I do like Mike Malone. He is going for around the same price as Frank Vogel, but like I said, perimeter-centric really does fit my playstyle, at least for this year. But Mike Malone is definitely not that bad of a coach either. I think if he was an amethyst coach, a lot more people would, look to use him. I think you guys, or a lot of people get blinded by the fact that he's only a Ruby coach. But trust me, Ruby coaches are actually very nice right now because they're cheaper and they're going to give you relatively the same amount of stuff. I mean, honestly, the difference between +4 and +3 really doesn't matter aside from ball handling, because I guess that's the difference from speed boosting and not. But like I said, obviously, like, it's really not that big of a difference. So already I'm letting you guys know right now, Frank Vogel and Mike Malone, probably the 2 best budget coaches you can get. And I'm about to give you a third one right now. Going for even cheaper than Mike Malone and Frank Vogel, we do have Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle is a balanced coach. Balanced coaches are normally what I ran last year. Like guys like Steve Kerr. I think Nick Nurse was balanced as well. I think it was Nick Nurse is the one that I ran almost all of it, like the whole year. And then I started running Steve Kerr towards the end. But yeah, balanced coaches are very good as well because they do give you a boost of each. They give you some boosts for offense and some boosts for defense. A little bit of rebounding in there, all sorts of good stuff. I actually like running balanced coaches. I think that is another good option. So even if you're really like low on MT, I think Rick Carlisle will be your guy. Now, like I said, these are the 3 coaches that I think are really worth it. Defensive coaches are good right now, but really, like, you're kind of just, I don't know. Like, I really don't recommend running a defensive coach as of right now. Maybe a little bit further on in the year I do. But right now, defense is kind of either broken or good. Like, you're either going to be able to play defense because you're like me and you know how to play defense in this game. Or defense is broken where people are just going to blow by you 24/7 and stuff like that. So, I honestly recommend staying away from a defensive coach and running something that boosts your offense a little bit. But right now we're going to talk about the offense and the amethyst and diamond coaches that are good but not necessarily worth it. So right away, I'm telling you guys 2 things here. 1, this is disrespectful that Greg Popovich is only an amethyst. And this is also disrespectful that Nate McMillan is an amethyst coach and is on the same level as Brad Stevens and Pop. That don't make any sense to me, but that's besides the point. So, taking a look at all these amethyst coaches, they all go for around 20K as of right now. Doc Rivers, Nate McMillan, and I believe Billy Donovan, they all have, the same system, which is grit and grind. Grit and grind is not good for this year, at least as of right now, like I said, in my opinion. Now, honestly, it does seem to kind of help the algo sense, where if you're down by a lot, you're not going to be able to score. Now, that does say that it is one of the negatives or whatever, but very seriously, it gives you good boosts and stuff like that, the different things. However, it really just kind of punishes you once you kind of get down a little bit. So if algo isn't on your side and you're already losing, your coach is going to kind of, mess you up a little bit. Now, we do have Brad Stevens and we do have Greg Popovich, which, like I just said, they are defensive coaches. Later on in the year, they could be really good, and honestly, I could see myself using one of them later on in the year, but as of right now, I do not recommend it. If there is a patch or anything and you guys are watching this in the future where defense kind of gets fixed, I highly recommend picking them up. But as of right now, I'm going to tell you guys to stay away. I'm just going to prove my point here with Nick Nurse and show you guys that he is like 100K for a coach. He literally is 100K. This is what I mean by diamond coaches are not worth it right now. Maybe if you're a big spender and you have a lot of MT and you open packs every single time a promo comes out, maybe picking them up will work out for you because obviously you have MT to spare and whatnot. But 100K for a coach is absolutely ridiculous, and I highly recommend that you sell him if you do have him. 100K is way too much as of the second week, or being in the second week of 2K21. It's definitely not worth having him. I'm letting you guys know that right now. Now, like I just said about those amethyst coaches, later on in the year, they could be worth it. They really could be. Like, these guys could be worth it when their prices go down, when those, like, coach locker codes come out and stuff like that. They could be worth it. But as of right now, stay away from diamond coaches. Now, the other one, Mike Budenholzer, is actually around 40K. But again, his system is defense. So if you're not going to spend the 20K for Brad Stevens, definitely do not spend the 40K for Mike Budenholzer, at least right now. So, other than that, though, I don't even know what other diamond coaches there are. I thought Steve Kerr was a diamond coach, but nothing else comes up under diamond coach other than these 2. So, I don't know. Maybe, I think there might be more. I honestly don't know. Maybe they did Steve Kerr, like, super dirty, and he's only, like, they did. They actually did. They actually made Steve Kerr what? I think they made Steve Kerr like, I don't know. They made him an amethyst. Okay, so Steve Kerr's an amethyst coach. Yeah. So like I said, a lot of these coaches right now definitely do not go for. I mean, Steve Kerr don't even come up. I mean, unless it just kind of glitched. No, he really just doesn't come up. So Steve Kerr is not available apparently yet. I don't know why. I didn't notice that until now. I mean, unless he's like a Ruby. Oh, no, he's a Ruby. Okay, so he's a Ruby coach that is balanced. So same thing as Rick Carlisle. He'll kind of give you the same boost there. I didn't even know he was a Ruby. I honestly thought Steve Kerr was a diamond. I didn't even bother looking. But he's, like I said, the same thing as Rick Carlisle. So as of right now, I'm going to tell you guys this. Focus up on Ruby coaches. Ruby coaches are the best thing you can do right now. They give you a really good boost for the cheapest amount. And again, later on in the year, this might change. This might be a little bit different. Obviously, stay tuned for that. I might make an updated video or whatever the case is. But as of right now, like I said, I'm going to say this. Frank Vogel is probably the best coach that you could use. Perimeter-centric, around 10K, and he gives you boost to everything. Like, he is the difference maker for Nate to be able to speed boost, Jordan to be able to shoot threes. He gives a lot of good boost to Baylor. Baylor's actual three ball is a 90 with this. I mean, Myteam gets a boost to everything you need. He even gets a boost to his three ball, which turns his three ball into an 83. I mean, obviously he gives boost to everybody, and it's definitely well worth picking him up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, that being said, I'll see you in the next video.